Papa John's is teaming up with Taylor Swift to bring you better pizza and better music. Right now, get Taylor's new album Red, plus a large one-topping pizza for a special price. Look for this and other special offers from Taylor Swift at papajohns.com.
So I'm so excited to see you again.
Thank you.
Now, Taylor was in 2008 at the Wharf in Orange Beach. This is the first time I really got to see you in your just headlining tour, and I was in the meet and greet line, and I think I told you a little bit last night. One of the things that impressed me most about you is I watched you make 80 people in that meet and greet line feel like they were your #1 fan.
Thank you so much.
And then you hugged me like I was Uncle Brent, so I was like, yeah!
Oh, you always say that. That's so sweet.
Well, I think that's pretty cool. Are you still like that 4 years later? I mean, is that still your thing?
I just really like people in general. You know, like the reason I'm here and getting to do this is because people were really good to me and like bought the record and listened to the songs and memorized them and requested them on the radio. So thank you for playing my songs. And I still feel like it's I don't know, it's crazy that people actually show up to my shows and sell them out and stuff. You know, you always, I don't know if anybody else does, but I always had a fear that like I'd go and show up and then be on stage and like nobody would be in the audience.
Right.
So I guess for me, I'm still in this like dream state of like, oh, you guys showed up, good, I'm glad.
Well, you know what, you are such just a delight to kind of hang out with, and so I promised our listeners they would have the opportunity to ask some questions, and so we let them post them to Twitter, so I've got some questions for you, if that's okay. Whitney wants to know how it was working with co-writers and producers on the new CD compared with your Speak Now album, which you wrote solo.
Well, with the Speak Now album, I want to say that it was a lot more of a stressful situation.
Yeah.
Because I was writing this album on my own, I had no other kind of opinions to go to. I had no one to say like, hey, what do you think of this line versus this line? And it was a really gratifying experience to write an album on my own. But, and you know, that's an album I'm always going to be so proud of, but I knew I couldn't make the same album twice. You know, I couldn't make Speak Now 2.0, so I knew I needed to like push myself in a different way. So I wanted to push myself sonically, which is like producing and like the way that the songs sound and the instruments you're using and really branching out. So working with producers and songwriters and artists that I'd never worked with before was such a cool experience. It taught me so much. That's
very cool. Trevor would like to know what your favorite song on the new CD, Red, is.
I think right now it's a tie between I Knew You Were Trouble and a song called 22.
Okay.
Because the song 22 has such a giant chorus. And it's fun to listen to.
All right. Shiloh would like to know how you stay so laid back and humble in a world that is so self-centered.
Wow. Thanks. I think that for me, it's like there's a lot to process all the time, and you never feel the same 2 days in a row. You know, like some days I feel like, you know what, I completely have the right perspective on this, and yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this, but I love doing what I love doing, and there is a price for everything. And then some days, you know, you feel off balance, and you're like, God, I feel like I can't get away with anything. I feel like I can't do anything right, you know? But I think that it's all about maintaining your close relationships with like your friends and family who will snap you back into reality. Like my mom will be the first to be like, you need to snap out of it right now.
Your mom told me last night that you still consider a $500 purchase something to think about. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I was also like brought up by a financial advisor. My dad's a stockbroker, so he was always like, you know, save your money, think about investments, think about this, consider that don't blow it all, you know.
All right. Brian LeBlanc wants to know where you see yourself in 10 years.
In 10 years will be 32. It would be nice to like know know where I'm headed as far as like maybe having a family someday.
Sure.
I don't need to have a family at 32, but I'd like to maybe know like a little more.
A little direction.
Like I'll have a direction for it, I guess, because you know it would be nice to have a family someday. But I don't know if it would ever happen before 32. You know.
Well, the last question comes from Larry from the Escambia County Fire and Rescue, and he wants to know if you would wish his daughter Autumn a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Autumn.
I think you just made her day.
Oh, I hope so.
Well, you've made our day by stopping by, and you're always such a delight, and I'm so glad for your success. You know, we watch a lot of people come through, and it's always a pleasure to see the smile on your face.
Thank you so much. It's so sweet.
You can get Taylor Swift Red on iTunes, in stores, pretty much everywhere. You're doing everything this week. That's awesome.
Thanks for coming to Nashville. It's awesome to have you here.
Our pleasure tonight on Katie Couric in 2022 as well.
2020, we have an announcement to make.
All right, Taylor Swift, thank you so much for being here on the Cat Cat Back Morning Show with Cat Country 98.7.
See you later.